Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Mark Spector Comics, and I'm back. Haven't done a live stream in a little bit, but I figured with, I guess, the amount of books I've picked up in the last, I don't know, week and a half or so, I figured I'd show them off and talk a little bit about the recent subscribers to the channel and the upcoming contest giveaway that's, only a few more subscribers to go. So before, let's see, we get into that, I'm just going to wait a little bit, see if anybody jumps in the stream and is checking out the video, and then we'll get into it. So, all right. I guess before I start, I just want to say, I want to thank everybody for, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'm going to give out some shout outs to the most recent subscribers, and then I'll start showing off some books, all right? So let's take a look. Hey, what's going on, Comic Mag Musings? How are you? Let's see. Hey, Ryan, how's it going? And so, like I said, just want to do some recent shout outs in the channel within the last month or so. And then we'll start to show some of the books. I ended up going to, I want to say, 2 or 3 comic shops within the last week or so, and just didn't get the time to show the books off. So here I am going to show off the books today. And I'm going to go live as well on Thursday, because Thursday is my birthday, and ended up getting some packages that came in yesterday, and I'm going to show those off on Thursday. Haven't yet decided what time on Thursday, but I will go live on Thursday at some point. And picked up some cool books, and I can't wait to show those off as well. So let's see, let's do some quick shout outs to recent subscribers. So let's see, first one is Remy Q Studios, then Daniel Garvey, Joey and Pop's Hope Comics, CHG Unlimited, and I apologize if I butcher some of these names. Saber Catify, G Merkel 50, Spider Comics 7, Boston Chris Comics, Salacious Rum, that's a good name, and Snow Cone 72. So if you've recently subscribed to the channel and I didn't give you a shout out, either because I didn't see your name pop up in the notifications, because sometimes when you subscribe, there's like preferences in the settings where you can like hide your name. So if you have subscribed recently and I haven't given you a shout out, just let me know. Hit me up in the comments below. What's going on, Donnie? How are you? Thanks for joining. So like I said, I'm at like, I want to say, what, 434, 435 subscribers. I got like another 14, 15, 16 or so before I do my Road to 500 contest. I can't wait to do that. I'm in no rush to do that as well. But like I said, I've been slowly picking up some books for that contest, and I can't wait to give back to the community on that. So what's we got in here? What's up, Carlos? Headed to lunch. Wanted to stop by and say hi. Oh, thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. So, all right. So, like I said, I went to a few comic book shops within the last week and a half or so. One was in Attleboro. It was called Laughing Comics, I believe it was called. Went to a thrift shop in Johnston the other day. I think it was Midway Antiques, which was kind of like a thrift store from the Time Capsule. I believe it's the same owner. That's he has 2 locations, one in Cranston and then one in Seekonk. I know you local guys know what I'm talking about. And then the other one I went to was in Connecticut. It was in Danielson, Connecticut, just over the border. And this place was called Uncanny Collectibles. I went there just a few days ago, and I got to go back there because that place was bumping. A lot of cool stuff in there. I brought the little guy with me, and only had so much time to get to do some picking. Were you laughing at their prices? No, but actually, there was a ton of DC. That was more of like a DC shop more than anything else. They had a lot of good back issue stuff there. So you would have definitely liked that shop, Ryan. What's going on, Superior Hero? Thanks for jumping on. All right, so let me show you some of the books. Nice, I got a big stack. Try to get them through as quickly as possible. Some of them I was able to bag and board. Some of the new comic book stuff I was able to read, for the exception of one book I haven't had the time to catch up on yet. Didn't get any new comic book day stuff last week. So the shop I went to in Connecticut did not have new comics. I don't know why. Maybe they were all sold out or what the case was. I have no clue. I was trying to get that new Avengers book that had the part 4 of the Moon Knight finishing of that story, but they didn't have it. So, all right. So I'll start with the new comic book day stuff. This was probably, 2 weeks now? 2 weeks ago? So I'll show these off. It's a little bit of Independence, DC, and Marvel. The first book is from Aftershock. This was the one book I haven't yet read. Let me know if you guys have read it. This is called Miles to Go #1 by Aftershock. Sounded pretty interesting. It was this little girl that, I don't know if they had like a traumatic event happen, ends up shooting people up or something like that. I don't know. It sounded pretty interesting. And it's like an all pinkish purple cover. So if I ever end up getting onto comic gories and they put up pink covers, that'll be a perfect one to use. But next book, I had to get this because I had been reading Flash through and through. And then this was the last one from Williamson, his run. This is Flash 762. This was a great read. It's actually a nice cover as well. So I'm interested to see how they go with it now going forward. And just let me know in the comments below if you guys have read any of these. And let me know what you guys think. Here's a little Marvel book. Of course, I've been picking this up right along. This is Venom issue number 28. There was 2 big reveals in this story. If you had, I'm pretty sure you guys have read it by now, so you know that Codex ended up being Dylan Brock, and then I forget who it was. Was it the Virus? Ends up being Scorpion or something like that. I don't know, but it was a good read. Interested to see what that next issue goes from there. I like to pick up a little bit of horror as it gets to this time of the year. I love reading indie horrors in particular. So I picked this up. I'm surprised they still had this one on the shelf. And this was by Image by Chip Zdarsky. It was Stillwater, issue number 1. This was actually a pretty good read as well. And look at that. That cover that's a pretty sick cover. And the last book I picked up there for new comic book day was the Autumnal, or Autumnal, I don't know how you pronounce that. Autumnal. Another great story. This was like a family that left, I think, the Chicago area, ended up moving to New Hampshire, to this creepy town. I forget what it's called. It was a slow read, so I'm interested to see where it goes. But the premise sounded pretty interesting. And that's also a nice cover as well. So that was my new comic book day stuff. And when I brought the little guy over there with me, he ended up, when you get kids that are that young, they end up just running around and just grabbing all these comics and stuff like that. So the shop owner gave him some stuff to read to keep him occupied. So he gave him this free comic book day asterisk issue, kept him busy for like 2 minutes. And I think the other book was Donut the Destroyer, which was actually a pretty funny read. So that kept him busy for like 5 minutes before he started getting cranky. And couple of back issue books that I got from there. This was Superman issue number 75. So it's like, sure everybody has this book in their PC. It was like millions of these printed. But what was pretty cool, let me say paid $5. All the promos were included, which was really nice. And I was not aware that there were this many promos included in Superman 75. So came with the little banner up top, little Doomsday card, These almost appear to be like stamps, but not stamps. They're like little cutouts. See if I can put it in a little closer. And there was also, you're not going to be able to see it, but there was, actually I'll pull it out anyways. There was a big poster for, I guess, for people who are not familiar with Superman 75. It comes with a big poster inside as well, and a flip out, almost like a news story print. That was pretty cool. And then this big poster that was included as well. There we go. This poster's huge. So, the death of Superman. If you're not familiar with this story. So that was pretty neat. I've never seen that with all the clippings included. So that was a nice little pickup for $5. So that was all the stuff I picked up at that shop. The other shop I went to had a ton of free comic book day stuff that I wanted to pick up. So I ended up picking up this new comic book day, Firepower, issue number 1. And they had a ton of these, so I just grabbed them all. They had 1, 2, 3, 4 copies. So I'm going to end up throwing one of these copies into the giveaway. So that'll be fun. So if you haven't read that book already, you'll have that chance to. The other book I ended up getting, they also had some other new comic book day stuff. And I'll throw one of these in there to give away as well. This was the free comic book day, Spider-Man number 1. So I got 1, 2, 3 copies of that. Nice little read. So if you're not familiar with that book, it was supposed to be the actual first appearance of Virus, but because of COVID, it was released at a later date, as we all know. So that was a cool pickup. Like I said, those will be added to all that. That's funny. And speaking of the Avengers that I was talking about, I posted this on IG the other day. I started reading that Avengers story arc. It was a 4-part series that just wrapped up. That's why I was kind of hoping to get that part 4, which was issue 37, but they didn't have it. This was the whole story of Khonshu, which is Moon Knight's god. So I started reading this. This is actually a decent read. Gets a little out there, he overtakes all these powers from, Thor and Black Panther and Ghost Rider, etc. Kind of becomes a big, overpowered Moon Knight, which is a little ridiculous in my opinion, but decent read. And so this was a book I picked up at Midway Antique Shop. They do a ton of 50-cent bins there. So if you guys are, local near me, you guys want to do some hunting, we can go there and check it out. There was probably 30 to 40 50-cent bins, large boxes of books. I picked this up for 50 cents. This was The Punisher, issue number 75. Tell me that's not a wicked Punisher cover. And you can see the shininess. It's classic 90s. And you may not be able to tell, but it's also embossed. So you can see the blade there is embossed. His chin is also embossed. It's pretty funny, but it's a nice cover. And the other book I picked up there was, let's see, Rise of the Midnight Suns, Ghost Rider, issue number 31, part 6 of 6. I always pick these books up when I find them. I think they're pretty neat, and it leads into what I've been specking on quite a bit is Phase 5, The Rise of the Midnight Suns will be showing up from what I've been heard from the rumors. And all of mine have been polybagged. This was the first one I bought that wasn't polybagged, and it has that poster that all of them have in the back. So if you're not familiar with that book as well, there's a poster in every single issue that's polybagged, and it looks like this. So you got this cool Ghost Rider on there. So that was pretty cool to finally see what it looks like. So that was also 50 cents. So that was a nice pickup. And if you're not familiar with this issue, it's the first full team appearance of the Midnight Suns. So a fun little book. And then the last couple of books I picked up there, if I can find them. Bear with me. There we go. So I picked these up at the shop in Connecticut, which I'll have to go back when I have some more time. Like I said, I brought the little guy over there with me because he didn't want to take a nap, so he took a nap on the road. And the shop owner was actually pretty nice. And he gave my son a little toy just to keep him busy. So, you know, it's not running around through the shop, which he ended up doing. And picking up some books and stuff like that and potentially damaging them. So he gave him this pretty cool Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I guess, in space little action figure. So it's pretty cool. It has like articulating hands and legs and stuff like that. As you can see, he ripped the stickers on his chest plate there, which is pretty funny. And which is actually pretty cool. And I looked at it. This is a rather old action figure. It's from 1990. So that was pretty neat. He threw that in for free with the books I purchased. So that was cool. And that place had tons of keys. I'll have to go back. And lots of back issue stuff, lots of toys, video games, etc. But I only picked up 3 books there. I had this book before. I think I gave this out in a giveaway. And this was Venom 2099, issue number 1. This is a Ron Lim cover, I believe. Yeah, I've met Ron Lim a few times at conventions. He's a really cool guy. Does great artwork, if you're not familiar with his artwork. So I picked that up. I think that was for a few bucks. And then I saw these in the $10 plus bins, and I just didn't hesitate when I saw these because this book is rather hot. And these are the last 2 books I picked up. And this is Silk number 1. This is her first, Cindy Moon's first ongoing series. So I picked up not 1, but 2 copies. So that was pretty cool. And they're in pretty nice shape. So I ended up, I think it was like 44 or 45 bucks I spent on those 3 books. And they had a nice little discount where you get like 25% off all back issue bins. I think he was charging like 25 bucks a piece for those books. So for that was a nice little discount. And I'm probably going to end up sending, I don't know. I don't see any color breaking ticks. So I'll probably just get them pressed and graded because this book's picking up, I don't know, quite a bit of steam because of the character. So that's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed my recent pickups. And like I said, I'll do some more recent shout outs as you guys, you know, subscribe to the channel. And if I don't give you some shout outs, make sure you comment in one of the comments below or message me on IG, and I'll be more than willing to give you some shout outs because I love this comic community. You guys have done a lot for me, so I want to do some more for you guys as well. And so like I said, I got about 15-ish more people to subscribe, and then I'll do that Road to 500 contest. I got a lot of cool books that I want to give out. And stay tuned for Thursday. I'm going to do my unboxing for my birthday. I got about 2 or 3 packages, I want to say. Let's see. Yeah, so the book's are already here. Got 1, 2 packages. I think there's going to be 1 more package arriving within the next 2 days. So look out for that as well. And if anybody wants to jump on the live stream on Thursday as well to hang out, I'll drop some links down in the live stream as well. So thanks everybody for hanging out. And thanks for everybody in the live, you know, people who jumped in the live stream to hang out, do some comments, and anyone else who watches it in the rewind. Don't forget to hit that like button, and hopefully I'll see you guys on Thursday. So until next time, it's Mark Spector Comics, out.